What's up, YouTube? Cliff here with Tailored Lawn and Labor, and we're going to be giving the Turf Tiger a little upgrade today on the chute system. We got the advanced chute system, ACS, and we got the 61-inch Turf Tiger 2. I've been needing one of these for some months now, doing properties with flower beds and things like that. You know, it saves you time from not having to change your directions when you're shooting grass. So let's get started. I'm going to grab some tools and I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, I got the tools and we're going to do the deboxing of the product first. See everything that we have. Let me get my knife out. Chute system. Let's flip it over. Okay, this is what we have. We have the instructions, bubble wrap, the handle, one mounting bracket, oh, and this is a beefy plate. This is the actual plate that opens and closes to prevent the clippings from flying out. I did notice that it is vented, so that will allow a lot of airflow so that the blades will continue cutting properly. This is not a mulch kit, but it's just to prevent kicking out clippings too far. So, okay, spring, spacer, nuts and bolts. All right. I've laid out all the hardware so you can see the bolts that they supply you with, the different sizes of spacers, nylon washers, a longer bolt, spring, and a couple little single items, 2 nuts and 1 bolt. So the first step will be connecting the plate to the bracket using the 3/8 1.5-inch bolts. Okay, we got the bracket on with the 2 3/8 bolts. Nylon washer goes in between the brackets, and I'm not tightening them up until I got everything mounted on before I tighten anything up, just to make sure I'm installing it right. The next thing is installing the handle on the 5/8 bolt here. So let's do that. As we got the handle mounted onto the bracket, and let's check out the next step. Okay, next step was to put this 3.5-inch bolt through. It's just a 1/4-inch bolt by 3.5 inches long, and you have to make sure that the bolt goes in like that because the spring will attach down here up to the boat. And I think that would be the next step. So let's check that out. Okay, I'm going to tighten up a few of these bolts just a little bit before I proceed to the next step, just to make sure nothing falls off on me. And right here where we have the nylon washers, I'm going to apply some grease at the pivot points. My box should have came with some grease, but I guess they forgot to put it in there. That's all right. I keep a lot of things like that around here, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Just going to snug it up a little bit. The next. Okay, I was wrong. The next step is removing the old chute and mounting the bracket on the mower before you touch the spring. Okay, let me take that old chute off. When you take the old chute off, you just have these two bolts and nuts and bolts right here. And the spring will pop right out as soon as you take those bolts out. So let's do that. This universal bracket really doesn't set down anywhere on the Turf Tiger 2, so it's going to pretty much be a custom fit. I'm going to have to make some modifications and drill my holes out. I have 3 markings right here that I made with a Sharpie that I need to drill holes to get this chute to work. So I mean, the hardest part is drilling through this tubing right here, but I'll be able to get it. Okay, I got the pilot holes drilled and followed those with a 3/8 hole for my bolts. I have 1, 2, 3. So next, it will be trying to get this bad boy mounted and see which spacers I will need to bring it up to the right height. Because this plate, the bottom of this plate has to match the height of your deck. You don't want it dragging below the deck. Okay, I got the chute mounted. And you just gotta figure out what spacers work for your mower. See down here, I'm gonna clean up all of these metal shavings and everything when I finish. It took 2 spacers, so it sits up there pretty tall. The spacers right here took 2 smaller spacers, but I got it sitting right. When it closes, everything is not tightened up yet. We have a little rock lever right here. Gotta make sure that's pulled back for it to close. But when it closes, the way that I ended up, it's below the deck just a hair. So that's just something that I hope my de-scalping wheels will always prevent me from clipping. And that would make a lot of sense. You know, my wheels are lower than the deck and everything, so I should be all right. But yeah, that's the chute basically installed. The only thing that I have to put in, I have to tighten up this bolt right here, and I have to install the spring. All finished up. Got the spring on and everything. It's in the up position. This is how you close it. Pull back on it to open it. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one. See ya.